Here's what to do when you feel stuck with your health. But first, I really want you to know if this is something that you are dealing with right now, I know how hard that is. I know how hard it is when you are stuck in a certain place with your health and you're not where you want to be. And I know for me, when I think back on my own journey of getting to where I am today, I really realized that there were times where I was afraid of trying something new for the fear of it not working, right? And I felt like I couldn't handle that disappointment if something didn't work, because back then I felt like I tried so many things and I was so scared of it not working and just being let down and feeling like I was starting back at ground zero. But the thing is, and what I came to learn, is the only way to change your life, the only way to change your health, is to lean into that uncertainty and try something new. And something that I really like to remind myself of, even to this day, is recognizing that no matter how many things you're trying, no matter what you're doing, it's all part of the process. And really, this was a huge mindset shift for me. It all adds to an interesting life story, because you're gonna have so many lessons learned, so many stories to tell along your journey as you figure this out for yourself and what really works for you. So here are 5 ideas to try if you are feeling stuck with your health. So number 1 is kind of what I touched on before, is all about trying something new. I don't know about you, but it was so easy for me to think, I've tried so many things, I've tried everything. And that, I realized, only kept me stuck right where I was. And instead, I had to expand the possibilities of instead saying, what can I try next? So to give you an example of this, back when I was on my own healing journey, I was trying to figure out what the heck was gonna work for me. My doctors were telling me I wasn't gonna heal. I went gluten-free. I decided I'm just gonna cut out gluten. That seems like a huge diet change, not something I wanted to do at the time. And the thing was, I didn't really notice much from it. So it would have been easy for me to think, okay, definitely not gluten. But then I ended up trying paleo, which also removes gluten and a whole lot of other stressors in your diet that can be inflammatory for a lot of people. And that is what worked wonders for me. So what I realized from this experience is I had to dig deeper. And it doesn't mean it was easy at the time or it was what I wanted to do at the time, but it was all about being willing to try something new. And again, just realize that it was all part of the process. So the second thing that you can try when you're feeling really stuck with your health is movement. And maybe not in the way that most of us are taught, like going hard on a workout, because again, I know for me, there were certain times in my healing journey when either that was not even possible, like walking across a room felt like a workout, or it would have made my symptoms so much worse because it was something that my body couldn't tolerate at the time. So it's all about finding movement that actually makes you feel good. Whether it's going on a short walk, a long walk, whether it's going on a hike, whether it's just doing some gentle stretching or some deep stretching, getting that energy flowing in your body can work wonders. Again, it's one of those things, it's so simple, you want to write it off, but I'm telling you, just like I talked about in my Stuck Energy video, there is so much power in movement. My husband Mike and I talk about this all the time. Movement is truly life, and I'm such a huge believer that if you are not somehow physically moving your body, as gentle as that needs to be, it can really keep that energy stuck. And what happens when the energy's stuck? You're gonna feel stuck. And your third idea to try out is eliminating stressors from your life. And remember, we are all about progress and not perfection here, so it's all about doing it one thing at a time. So often I see people go way headfirst into cutting out anything and everything they can think of, and then they feel totally deprived and overwhelmed. And it's no wonder, right? Who wouldn't be overwhelmed in that situation? But the reality is, when you just focus on eliminating one thing at a time that could be stressing you out, and again, that could be food. Food is a big one for sure. It can really put stress on our bodies and not allow them to heal when we're eating things that we don't do well with, and that's gonna be different for everyone, right? It could be people in your life that maybe are more toxic, that aren't helping you get to where you want to be, and slowly kind of releasing them. As I like to say, Go less often, spend less time with them. Doesn't have to mean that you cut them out right away. It could just be less often, less time. Another stressor that's really worth looking into is the products that you are using, both the products that you're using around your house, to clean your house, any kind of fragrances, things like that, and also the products that you're putting onto your skin. Because after all, our skin is our largest organ, and it absorbs so much of what we put onto it. So starting to replace products, again, one at a time. That's exactly how I did it. I would use something, run out of it, and then replace it with something better. So it's just about taking those stressors out of your life one at a time so that you can really gain that momentum in your health. Idea number 4 for you. I think this is the most underrated, and I know I used to completely put this on the back burner, and that is focusing on getting more rest. And it's so funny because a recent story of how this kind of played into my life is my functional medicine practitioner, Andrea, she's also the co-creator of our Total Gut Reset program. She had sent out an email. I love being on her emails, by the way, but she had sent out an email around the holidays, and it was talking about basically, here's what to do if you're tired. And I was like, it's the end of 2022. I'm feeling kind of tired. And it was talking about just rest, like giving yourself permission to just rest, to take it easy. And it seems so simple, and everyone is always like, yes, I know to rest, I know to rest, but how often are we actually practicing that? And so I really took that email and I was like, that's right, I'm gonna rest. And so as much time as I had available, I just relaxed. I took it easy. And that doesn't mean that you have to constantly be sleeping, because again, I know that's not possible for everyone, depending what you got going on in your life. I know it's not always possible for me in my own life, but it is really taking that time to give yourself that mental rest. So that means not scrolling your phone, not checking emails, not doing all those things that don't seem like they take a ton of time, but they're actually taking a lot of energy. And idea number 5, this one was the biggest game changer and still is. It is something that I focus majorly on, so much so that it is the theme of my entire year this year. And that is all about having more fun. You know, when you feel stuck with your health and life feels kind of hard, as it's going to when you feel stuck with your health, it's so easy to put fun on the back burner. But as I realized, the time is always going to pass either way. So you can either spend that time dreading it, hating the process, or you can spend that time making it as fun as possible. And it doesn't need to be anything crazy. That's the biggest thing that I've realized about fun. It's more of a mindset shift for me. So if I have to do something, I'm going to do everything in my power to make that thing fun. So even say if I am writing this blog post to put out with this video, I'm going to make sure that I've got a fun drink next to me, maybe a little snack, maybe you've got some music in the background that's not distracting because I like to focus when I write, but just little things like that. Maybe it's having your favorite drink while you're sitting outside in the sunshine for 10 minutes. Just doing those little things in your day that start to create the habit of focusing on enjoying the small moments, because it's not the end result. You know, so often, I know this was the case for me, I was so focused on getting to where I wanted to be, say with my health, that I missed out on a lot in the process. And so, you know, because my healing journey took me so long because I was figuring it out on my own back then, I had this time to really figure all these steps out and realize, oh my gosh, if I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna make this sustainable, I might as well make it fun. So again, something that's so simple, but not to be discredited. And now I would love to know, because I learned so much from you, what is something that you have done whenever you felt stuck in your life, stuck in your health, that you found has really helped you? And if you're ready to make your entire journey so much easier, I would love for you to join us in the Total Gut Reset. We are opening our spring enrollment. We only open twice a year. Spring enrollment opens the first week of April. And this is seriously what I wish that I would have had access to back when I was healing. And it is the reason that I came together with my functional medicine practitioner and created this course with her, because it's really gonna make your entire journey so much easier, and you get to join a beautiful community of like-minded humans that are doing this right along with you, so you don't have to do it alone. So you can find all the details right below to join our waitlist and be the first to know when enrollment opens, because again, it's only open for a very short period of time and you're not going to want to miss it. And most importantly, remember, even when it doesn't feel like it, you've totally got this.